This is the free motion quilting tutorial for Pebbling. This is a pretty popular quilting filler, and it's created by stitching several different sizes and shapes of circles. And the circles really need to flow into one another, meaning that you kind of start with a chain of maybe 2 or 3 and then a larger pebble here or there. And it's really organic. You can make it look very much like a pebbly beach. Simply by varying the sizes and shapes of your pebbles. Try not to do just a whole sea of very, very tiny pebbles, just because you'll be stitching it forever. And it really does look better when you have those occasional really, really big pebbles, because they really stand out. The one thing to keep in mind with this filler is that you're going to be stitching over your previous line of stitching quite a bit. You're going to need to travel maybe from one circle to another circle. And when you build up thread, it's called thread play. It's not a problem, and it actually can kind of add to the quilt and can actually make it look better. But whenever you travel, make sure that you're traveling right on top of your previous line of stitching so that your pebbles have very distinct lines. When you kind of stitch around it and you don't hit your previous line of stitching perfectly, it can look kind of dirty, like your pebbles don't have distinct lines. As with all fills, I generally stitch from left to right, and then when I get to the edge, I stitch then from the top to the bottom. It seems to be the best way that works for me, but really experiment. You know, make yourself a mock-up of several 4-inch squares and just see what works the best for your body and your hands, and what way your brain really wants to process creating these designs. This is a time-consuming fill. It took about 45 minutes to fill the full 4-inch square that I was working on, so keep that in mind. Certainly don't want to place this somewhere over a large surface of your quilt, because you'll probably end up quilting it for the rest of your life. It's very time-consuming, but it looks really, really gorgeous in small areas, like the centers of flowers or the bottom of a landscape quilt. Looks really good in those places. So here's what it looks like to finish. And for more free motion quilting videos, please go to my website, daystyledesigns.com.